Hey, so I'm going to try to keep this video short, like under 4 minutes, and you can let me know if I succeed at that in the comments below, but hopefully you'll stay for the duration, because I think this is an important one, and I want to talk about a brief hiatus of the Bionicle content, like a week hiatus. It's not going to be anything crazy, but mainly because I just kind of want to pull back from it a little bit to sort of regain my footing, regain my perspective on it, and, you know, I could talk about Bionicle till, like, my dying breath, but I think after a while you start to kind of retread over the same steps, the same topics over and over again. Also, though, some of the other content I wanted to create on the channel outside of like Lego stuff is like the Lego reviews too, because I am somebody who's wanted to do Lego reviews for a while now on the channel, but I also don't want to do reviews in the same way that a lot of other people are for a number of reasons. I think that my opinion is only really valuable where it makes the most sense, so I don't want to be like a Lego generalist reviewer, like a jack of all trades trying to review every Lego set I can get my hands on, because I just don't think that's valuable. After a while, you start to kind of retread the same opinions, the same talking points, and you kind of get into this sort of sense of false positivity or negativity on Lego based on its themes, on your own biases. It can be really hard to parse that out. But also, I'm just not interested in every single Lego theme out there. Like, I think they all have value, don't get me wrong, and if you're interested in one that I'm not, like, cool, I love that for you. But rather, I'm only interested in a handful of Lego themes right now, so I'd rather focus my attention as best I can on those themes specifically. Most notably, Lego Minecraft, Lego Mario, Lego Sonic. And right now, I don't own any sets from Lego Sonic, so I'd really like to get my hands on some of those for reviews, because it's probably my favorite franchise outside of Bionicle. But that said, right now I'm going to focus most of my efforts on sets that I already own, because I just don't have money for new sets right now. Like, even cheap sets, I really can't go out of my way to buy. I take care of my mom. I live in a trailer. Like, I've got other adult responsibilities to take care of first, long before the channel and before Lego sets. That said, though, if that's content you guys want to see, I do leave Patreon linked down in the description below. Everything that goes into Patreon does go back into the channel, goes back into like sets, or, you know, hopefully when it comes to these reviews, better equipment, because I actually have ideas for these reviews being a 2-camera setup, but that's a separate thing. I'll talk about that in the future. The other thing I wanted to mention too is I actually am willing to take a look at themes that I have no vested interest in, like, you know, Lego Ninjago or Lego Star Wars, and I think there's also value in not really knowing anything about those worlds, because like I was saying, there is sort of a generalist attitude to just covering everything Lego related, like it's Lego news. But at the same time, I think by coming into a really beloved franchise without knowledge, you can get a really refreshing take on it. Lego Ninjago has some really incredible looking sets and some excellent building techniques. Some of the best things that come out of Lego, in my opinion, are from the Ninjago series. And I know like nothing about Ninjago or Dragons Rising, any of that stuff, other than like the characters' names, and only some of them. And I think that can actually be really beneficial, because it means I'm not bogged down by the all the knowledge of the story and the worlds and stuff like that. I don't even know what the world from Ninjago is called. And the same is true for Star Wars. Like, I know that Star Wars has a bunch of different worlds, and I don't know basically like any of them other than if their name showed up on a Lego set in the past, essentially. And some of those might not even be planet names, and I probably just think they are. So yeah, I think there's a lot of value in that stuff too. But if you guys agree with me, then yeah, let me know down in the comments. And of course, if there is a theme or a specific set you guys want to see, again, let me know in the comments too. If you want to get this treatment for those, then yeah, the only way I do know is through those comments. I read like all the comments that are posted on the channel, and there's a lot of valuable information in it. And also, the comments are basically why I do this, because I know only through those comments how much inspiration you guys have taken from this channel. And so many people I've heard from have said, like, you've reignited my passion in Bionicle or this other Lego theme. And I love that. I wish that I could experience that from other creators as well. And hopefully I'll find a creator that does for you what I've been able to do for at least some. But maybe I'm tooting my own horn there. I'm getting a little too big for my britches. So yeah, long story short, if you can support on Patreon, that is all super, super appreciated. $1, $3, and $5 tiers over there. And every tier gets my Rahi catalog, which is actually a lot more than just Rahi, but it's also 2 gigabytes worth of files. There's so much stuff there. And for $1, even for $5, I would hope that that's reasonable. But I also know that, like, realistically, everybody's kind of suffering right now. Life sucks and adult responsibilities suck. So if you can't support, that's perfectly fine too. And I just really appreciate your time. If you are somebody that consistently watches videos on the channel, though, I'd really appreciate you guys subscribing, because subscribe is basically the same thing as supporting on Patreon, a little bit less, but it's a little different, but it has different metrics, and it supercharges the channel. Basically, by subscribing, you've plugged in my battery, and I don't know how to follow that up and turn it into a joke. So that's going to be it for this one. Did I fail at making the video 4 minutes long? Let me know in the comments, and bye.